So, PlayStation 6 to be cheaper than many thought, new GTA 6 60 FPS on PlayStation 5 Pro only, and new PlayStation 5 Pro native 8K 60 title. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, do you have a PlayStation 5 Pro currently or not? We're going to be talking about the console today, obviously in relation to GTA 6, but before then, how many of you have it right now? So comment below, yes or no, if you have a PlayStation 5 Pro currently or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, new native 8K 60 FPS PlayStation 5 Pro title. Reading from Push Square, there are vanishingly few 8K games on PlayStation 5 Pro, but Pure Pool Pro is aiming to extract every drop of juice from Sony's supercharged system. According to the developer Ripstone, the release will run at 60 FPS in native 8K with no upscalers like PSSR used. The base PlayStation 5, meanwhile, will run at 120 FPS in native 4K. Here's what Ripstone's George Holland told us. We know this sounds like a tall claim, but the nature of the pool being fixed around the table, our relatively lightweight proprietary engine, and our initial pre-alpha testing before any optimizations lead us to believe it's achievable. The full game will build on Ripstone's long-running mastery of cube-based games with hyper, real lighting, and frame-perfect physics. There's no release date attached to this one just yet, but a beta test is planned for PC in September. So, a new native 8K 60 FPS title is coming to the PlayStation 5 Pro. I think this is probably one of the first, since there are other 8K titles, but they're usually upscaled, like Callisto Protocol, for example, or they run at 30 FPS, not 60 FPS with native 8K. Either way, I'm not the target user for this. I think most people on the PlayStation 5 Pro are not the target users for this. I don't think there are many people with an 8K TV, but hey, the option is there. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, GTA 6 60 FPS PlayStation 5 Pro. So, there's a new rumor going around about GTA 6 offering 60 FPS only on the PlayStation 5 Pro. This comes from Detective Seeds over on Twitter. I haven't personally seen a good track record from him, but regardless, this is something that's been circulating. It's made its way across the internet, so let's talk about it here. Let's read what he said. GTA 6 has been and continues to hit 60 FPS while being optimized for the PlayStation 5 Pro on multiple graphical settings. PS engineers are assisting with the optimization due to the new tech being implemented and rolled out with a current target of May 2026. They are also assisting on several other Rockstar titles that are rolling out in the near future. Pre-PlayStation 5 Pro 2026 update. As of right now, 60 FPS is being achieved on the PlayStation 5 Pro only. This could obviously change before release. It is anticipated that GTA 6 will have multiple graphical options on the PlayStation 5 Pro on release. Also, the Rockstar PlayStation marketing deal is what's allowing and encouraging this collaboration and optimization. Should see several GTA 6 PlayStation bundles in the next marketing push. This info comes from a PlayStation engineer who has provided highly accurate and verified information several times in the past. So there isn't really much new here outside of the GTA 6 running 60 FPS only on the PlayStation 5 Pro part when focusing on GTA 6. We officially know PSSR is being upgraded in 2026. Sony and Rockstar working together to optimize their game is something that's not shocking. Sony does this with other games as well. Even Xbox does this. GTA 6 getting PlayStation bundles is also not something surprising, since Sony has been doing this since, I believe, the PlayStation 2 days and have done it with every console since. So now let's focus in on the PlayStation 5 Pro getting 60 FPS only. I personally don't see this happening. I've said before that I believe performance mode will be an option on PlayStation 5 Series X and PlayStation 5 Pro, but PS5 Pro will probably be the most stable with potentially better resolution and visual effects over the base consoles. It will still be the best place to play GTA 6. That's my belief. This generation, quality and performance modes have become the standard. This is a basic feature to have in most games, like in this era. It's a basic feature. Rockstar's past games have been 30 FPS. Yes, people point this out, but it wasn't the standard then to have a quality mode and a performance mode. Detective Seeds even mentions multiple modes for PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't know why that would only be the case on the Pro. The only way I see GTA 6 being 30 FPS on base consoles and 60 FPS on the Pro is if the game is GPU bound. Then sure, with PSSR and FSR 4 tech coming out next year and the bigger GPU, there's a conversation there to be had, but GTA 6 will probably be a CPU heavy game from what we understand, and all three of these consoles use Zen 2 CPUs, with the Pro being a bit faster, so that won't be much of an advantage. What the rumor could actually mean right now is that the PlayStation 5 Pro is the only console getting close to a stable 60 FPS, while the PlayStation 5 and Series X have fluctuating performance in the 50s maybe or something like that, and that's still being optimized as well. I do believe the Pro will be the best place to play, but I also believe we'll get a quality and performance mode for all three of these consoles, but of course, let's see how this goes. But you guys let me know if you see the PlayStation 5 Pro being the only console to have 60 FPS support or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Story of the video: PlayStation 6 to be cheaper than we thought. Reading from WCCF Tech, the PlayStation 6 is expected to feature more RAM than the 16 gigabytes of RAM that you see on the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro, but the tech experts at Digital Foundry don't think the next generation system will feature much more RAM than the current systems for several reasons. Replying to a supporter's question during their weekly podcast, the known tech experts commented on how much RAM the next generation systems should be expected to have, starting with the PlayStation 6, given what was already achieved with 16 gigabytes and how we already are hitting limits in regards to textures and art assets. 24 gigabytes of RAM sounds reasonable, as the extra RAM over the current systems will be needed for machine learning and the more advanced ray tracing that's already been teased as part of the future of PlayStation. Additionally, the cost of DRAM is high and hasn't seen any significant drop in the past few years, so this will undoubtedly be a limiting factor. Also, if the rumored PlayStation handheld is real, it will likely come with 16 gigabytes of RAM, making 24 gigabytes of RAM a more sensible choice for the home console if developers are supposed to target both systems with their games. So, I've seen people throw prices for the PlayStation 6 like they did for the PlayStation 5, going all the way up to $1,000, over $1,000. I personally have guessed recently that the PlayStation 6 will not go above $699, which is the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro. Here, they're acknowledging that Sony still plans to make a normal console, meaning price is a key factor here, unlike Microsoft, who seems to be making a PC and having multiple stores, meaning they can't sell that console at a loss, meaning that the next Xbox will be pretty expensive. On Sony's side, they'll still have their own store with their own games to sell you, meaning they'll focus on selling games and services over trying to initially make a profit on the console. Even PlayStation 5 Pro leaker Kepler L2 believes Sony will be a bit more conservative when Moore's Law is Dead was talking about a potential APU for the PlayStation 6 or next Xbox, stating, "Yeah, the design in general looks too expensive to be the PlayStation 6 too. Cerny is a lot more conservative with die area." I'm really curious to see how this plays out in terms of price, and I think we'll have maybe a better understanding when the first chip fabrication potentially happens later this year, when we see what we might be getting with the PlayStation 6. Then you can probably guess at a price, but you guys let me know what price you think the PlayStation 6 will be. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is a part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Bring on the Beast," whether this is in reference to GTA 6 or the next PlayStation console, both beastly in their own ways. If you're excited for either of these, destroy the comment section with "Bring on the Beast," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.